So Jonathan, tell me what that was like for you, because you were in foster homes, you were in different places, you had different males that poured into you.
Mm.
What was that like now when you come back and you now have an opportunity for us to reconnect? What was that like at the beginning? Because it's got to be a very difficult thing. So speak to that.
It's I wouldn't quite say difficult. I think what I would say is any situation where you are able to put a piece of one's life puzzle together is a fulfilling. It is also a very confusing one because now, you know what I mean? You thought you had a certain picture of yourself, of your life. Now there's this additional part, right? And it fills maybe certain voids that you weren't aware that were there. And it's interesting you say there were many different, like male gentlemen that like poured into me, and that was the thing. It's just like now you have an additional piece of you, like the person who, the other half who helped make you. So now you're wondering how others, you're just wondering about yourself. It's not even just, that's what I should say. It's not even just an experience that I had the chance to go through by myself, because now you're thinking about how these different gentlemen who, have been in different roles in your life that are, what we would consider father roles and things like that, like how they're going to react and things like that. So it's a very like multi-dimensional and multifaceted kind of experience, but it's one that I'm glad I had, right? Because then you now go through life saying, okay, I now have the choice. You know what I'm saying? There's instead of just going through life and saying, okay, I'm just going to do what I need to do because I don't have. Now I do have. So I have the choice now. I have the choice instead of just someone saying I don't have, right? I have no power in whether or not, an individual is in my life or not. Now I have the choice, right? So it's actually empowering in a certain sense. Like, right, I can have a relationship or I could just say, fuck off. Like, it just really is up to me at that point, right? And I think we've gone through that, for lack of a better phrase, that up and down, back and forth. And I also think too, it's just like, when we met, it was me in the military setting, right?
Yeah.
So even in that setting, you're still dealing with very hyper masculine, you know what I mean? Still believing in certain things and ideals and stuff like that, right? And that's me then. Then you get out and then you go through transition and you're transitioning. So again, the up and downs and the back and forths were not just because of our history and because of where we are at the moment, but it's also just about how life just goes. You know what I mean? Like life is never